Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Free Thinkers. I'm one of your hosts, Q. I'm trying to get this off of here, or we're saying aging. Did we do a show? When did we did a show? Was that our last show was on aging?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, that was a good episode. Okay, and speaking of, we're gonna have another good episode for you. But guys, first, you know the normal routine: like, comment, follow, share, all of that stuff. And what's equally, if not more important, is participate. Feel free to jump on. Make sure if you want to come in, this is an open space. So a lot of shows that you may be a part of, that you listen to, that you peer in on, that you like to hear the conversation, you're only a spectator. But this one, you can actually be a participator. And you can actually give your thoughts and opinions live in real time. All you got to do is go to the StreamYard link, go to our YouTube page, go to our Facebook page, Free Thinkers Worldwide on the YouTube, and Free Thinkers on our Facebook page. If you're not already members on both of those, then shame on you. And it's only shame on the people who's listening, but still haven't made themselves a member. But anyway, you go to the link and it's very, if you've never been on StreamYard, it's very simple. Just click on the link and it will guide you on how to get in. We'll bring you in, and feel free to talk as much as you want to talk, or not talk as much as you want to talk. We encourage dialogue and conversation, or we encourage you to listen too. I'm a strong proponent of, if you don't have anything to say about a specific topic, don't say anything. You ain't got to say nothing at all. You do not have to feel dead air. Keep in mind there is adult language and adult content, so keep that in mind. Also, you want to have something in your ears so that the sound doesn't bleed as well. Make sure that you're in a good, quiet-ish space. I said quiet-ish because I'm trying. You might hear some little babies screaming or crying somewhere around, and if you hear it, then it's probably on my part. But outside of that, this is a discussion group. We're gonna have a good discussion. I think we have I have a feeling this is gonna be a good topic. So what we're gonna do is, first of all, how are you doing, Denise, with your hair out and everything?
This is a wig. I decided that.
See?
Yeah.
You ain't have to tell nobody if you ain't
No, I'm not a gatekeeper. So I got this wig, y'all, off Amazon because I realized my other wigs I would have to wear, like my edges would be rubbing, and I'm trying to keep my edges intact. So I'm like, well, if I do a V-part wig, then I can leave some of my hair out and just twist it and blend it into this. That way I don't have to worry about my edges rubbing, because it's not just about looking good, ladies and gentlemen. It's about healthy hair. And you want that hair underneath that wig to be healthy.
That is
so this
true.
is the wig.
That's the wig. Good. That's good. Good tip. You don't want them edges receding back.
You don't. And if you do have that, hey. Go ahead, Q.
And so this is the other thing. So
okay, there we go.
Golly, and I just restarted my computer.
I wonder if it's me, though. I wonder if it's me. We need our third person here to confirm. It could be.
No, it's me. It's always me. It's always me.
Look at Q. You always take accountability. That is so good. Yeah, we're going to get to the subject in a second. Just let us.
So in 2026, I'm going to get me a new computer and I'm going to get me a new internet provider. How about that?
2026.
So irritating.
And how are you, Q? Right before we get into the, I can hear you. Sound good. You sound clear. How are you, Q? How are you feeling before we get into our subject?
Well, I'm feeling all right until till this, little stuff. So it's not little stuff irritates me, but whenever you're trying to produce content, the quality of the content is important to you.
Yes.
So I
Yes.
want to make sure, one of the things that irritates me the most, and especially me as moderator, sometimes I'll go through a whole show and then later I'll go back and listen to it and I realize that my mic wasn't connected. And I was like, "Ugh."
Oh.
And it irritates me to my core because I'm concerned about the sound and the quality of the production, that at least it is up to the standard that it can be.
We could mic check ahead of time. We just have to
Yeah, it can,
dedicate an extra
right.
15
So
minutes or
if I
so.
sound a little hollow or something like that, please let me know because I sound
Okay.
fine in my, I sound
Yeah.
fine. I can hear myself and everything, but sometimes there's a little switch that you toggle where you have to direct it to, because I have an interface that goes into my computer that connects
Yeah.
with the mic. And if I don't have it connected, then it's just using like a laptop. It's catching the laptop mic, and which doesn't have good sound to it. So anyway,
Mm.
things like that
Investing.
irritates me.
Okay. I hear
Speaking
you.
of another thing that irritates me, I don't even know why we on this, but
You said
um,
irritate us 2026.
just so y'all know, things that irritate me, I hate. And again, this is my fault, and part of this is going to my laptop. I had to restart my laptop. I hate starting late. I mean, if it's
Yeah.
8:06 and we have not started, I am highly
It's
upset.
driving you insane.
And a
Yeah.
lot of times it's my fault a lot of times, but I hate starting late. I hate when because again, it's a quality production thing. And
Yeah.
I want to put my best foot forward. So those
So
are
that's what we're
little.
gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. Best foot forward for 2026. Free Thinkers is gonna step their game up. We are gonna make sure that, because I was thinking about getting a mic. I was like, I feel like that's
Right.
right. I feel like good audio, maybe
Mm-hmm.
even potentially getting just a better lighting setup, etc.
Right.
It makes a big difference. You see, Ocho Cinco has gotten a better camera now
I
on
haven't
Nightcap.
haven't seen. No, I haven't looked recently. He looked like
And
he
they
was
put it in
using his
the comments.
iPhone. He looked like he'd been using his iPhone for the last 2 years. I'd be like, really? And you know what irritates me about this, especially a lot of times when people are doing podcasts remote, especially like something like Nightcap, or sometimes I see people on First Take or somewhere, and they may be doing something remote from their house, and you sometimes I can hear echo sound,
Yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah,
it's clear you're in an open room, but you haven't soundproofed off your room. Why are
yeah.
you on mainstream TV and you haven't used the proper um soundproofing, techniques to make sure that your sound is right? It's like
Yeah.
basic little stuff that be irritating me sometimes with that.
Investing. You know what? Let's just open it up for people to, hey, are there some things that y'all noticed about free thinkers that we could do from a quality standpoint that
Right,
would improve the show? Please feel free to comment because y'all, we want to grow this
right.
and take it to the next level. The conversations that we have on free thinkers are so important to us. You have to understand that free thinkers has been doing this for quite a long time.
Right.
And like, we ain't even at the monetization piece. So that's love to consistently every Tuesday say, I am doing this thing because I think these conversations are important. And
Right.
honestly, I have not seen anyone else on any other platform have the kind of discussions that we
I agree.
have. This is one of one. This is niche. So y'all
I
help
agree.
us get the word out there. And if there's some things that are stopping you, let us know production wise what you guys think that we could make better, because we want to give you all a great show. We want to give you all great content, and we want to elevate what we're doing in 2026.
Absolutely. So when we're talking about what's the name of
End of year
the
wrap
end of
up.
year wrap up? It Right. So in all honesty, even when I was talking with Nikki about that, that's what this show in part is supposed to be about. Not what happened, how Donald Trump was acting crazy January through November and Diddy and all of that. Like that's not the type of wrap up that I'm talking about. The wrap up is a reflection of what we've done as free thinkers. What do you like
Yeah.
about the show? How do you feel the conversation, the flow of the conversation? Are there any topics that we are neglecting more than others? Are there anything that we want to introduce in any type of formats that we want to introduce in a little bit more?
Mm.
different ideas about quality, about building on other streaming platforms, about monetization, just about a variety of things. So it's kind of, and then we want to make sure that we um go through, get us enough content for the next, usually for the next quarter, like ideas. What are topic ideas that we can have on deck for at least the next 2 or 3 months? So that's what the end of year wrap up is. That's what we're talking about.
I almost sent y'all this, but I was like, I'll just wait till I talk to him. But there is an option where you can get software that will allow you to stream 24/7. And what you can
Hmm.
do, like how you do sometimes with high IQ, how you like just ran high IQ
Mm-hmm.
episodes, you can do that on YouTube as well. And so when you want to monetize for YouTube, you have to have a certain amount of watch hours. So live
Oh,
stream is a way to get your watch hours up. So basically, because with YouTube, you can download all those videos. You don't have to have them backed up somewhere, which have them backed up, but you can download a bunch of old
right.
videos directly from YouTube, place them in a folder, and then take the videos from that folder, upload them, and it'll just be on a constant 24/7 live stream. You
Okay.
just have it on a loop.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
And
show
which
me how to do that. Because actually
I'll
that's
send
what
you the
we've been.
YouTube.
Okay. That's what we've been doing with
Yeah.
high IQ, because high IQ, we just recently got our YouTube page set up, because we were
Nice.
starting to, Facebook was deleting our stuff and we were losing a lot of our stuff on our content. And I'm like, oh, we got to get this page up and running. So a lot of when you see them running back to back, I'm actually running them live, but while it's running live, it's actually going to YouTube and saving to YouTube. So I'm actually building up the YouTube page. That's
Oh,
that's why you see them back to back
nice.
like that. I'm loading them
Nice.
from the StreamYard archive into the YouTube.
Send it to me so I can subscribe to the YouTube.
Okay.
Because
I will.
I haven't been on social media. I'm like doing another one of those breaks. So I don't know if y'all been tagging me anything. I don't know anything about it because I took another break. But yeah, send it to me so we can subscribe. But yeah, like if you also like viewership, if you all know of any ideas and way that we can continue, Nikki, we were just talking about monetization and using 24-hour streaming with old content, pre-recorded videos that we've done to get those watch hours up and then be able to monetize and things like that.
Them old ones with
So
some goodies too. That was some
Yeah,
spicy
yeah.
goodness in those, some of them old
Oh, the
episodes.
pandemic ones? Oh.
Yeah. But I think some of the ones, because even I did that for a few of the free thinkers ones, and when I was pulling them up, I think some of those are like even before free thinkers set our YouTube page up. So I think a lot of those weren't even on
Oh,
the YouTube page before. They were just in the
oh,
StreamYard archives.
yeah.
yeah,
So yeah, no, we got catalog
We do,
totally.
we do, we
a
do.
lot.
We got videos. You got that.
Okay, so like I was saying, we're doing the recap show, and we just jump right into it. And I think it's good that we're on here, and still anybody else feel free to invite and jump yourself on as well. But how did you feel about this year as far as the shows and just the way like we've all said that this is a discussion group. How do you feel that the discussions have gone so far? Well, throughout 2025, how did it go in your opinion?
I think it went great. You know why? Because we finally broached the conversation of religion, which we said we would not do because we were scared of what would
Was
happen.
that
And
earlier this
we
year?
did it. Yes, we did it. And we were successful and we're still going strong. I think that's like our proudest moment. I really do.
That was funny. I didn't realize that was this year. That's funny.
Yep. Yep. We did it.
So my over two things that stick out to me. Number one, this was the first full year that we did our in person once a month.
Nice.
So we did it for a full year, and it was went very well, very successful. It's just very, very good, and it's very unique. It's its own thing. It's very unique. I keep telling people, like, the group that is online free thinkers is a different group that's in person free thinkers, and I think it's cool, and I think it's dope. That's one thing that stood stuck out to me that we did a full year kind of, and I think that's the format. Somebody even mentioned like, well, let's go back, let's go back to every week. I was like, no, we're not doing back to every week. I said we have a different followership online than we do in person. So, and we're not going to neglect that either. And then even somebody mentioned like, well, we could just bring online and have them be online in the live setting. I'm like, yeah, no, that don't really work. It don't work well.
That defeats the purpose too. And there's a different level of comfortability and safety that comes with having a conversation in person that no one's recording.
That is true. That it is different. And that's a part of it. But then the other thing is, we tried this a long time ago. I think with Meeting Other Minds, we tried this, and just people who are participating online, they don't really get to participate the same way. True. It's like they're listening, they're watching, but like you can't just jump in. It's hard to interact in conversation when you can't be heard the same way. Yeah, and then it's like, oh, okay, well, Denise got something to say. Everybody be quiet for a second. And it just doesn't work. We tried it before and it don't work. And I want to make sure everybody who's participating really gets the chance to participate to the level that they want to. So I think once a month is good. We're gonna keep it at that. I ain't forgot me and Smack still might have a versus battle coming up on the next one. I'm ready for it. And Nikki, we had talk about some of that stuff briefly too, like some of the questions that we had. So we get into a little free thinker stuff after we kind of evaluate this. The other thing, I don't know if you came up with the word or you did something, but I think the theme for me for the whole 2025 was vulnerability.
Yeah.
Ooh, we were very vulnerable this year. I feel
very much so. I was like, man.
Yeah. We went hard on our vulnerability. I think we had a show on it. Do we have a show on vulnerability?
We did. Transparency. Yep. We did a transparency. Yep.
Yeah, I think we did. And it like led into that. We had that was a good discussion.
I think that show has some lingering effects.
Just because
I think it did.
Is Q frozen for you?
I think so.
I'm lagging. Just go ahead. I'm lagging. Go ahead.
I mean, even up till recently, I had somebody reach out to me. One of the last couple episodes that we did live, and he was like, I just caught the tail end. He goes, what happened? Everybody's crying. I said, it be like that sometimes. That's just what happens. It just be like that shit. And and I know exactly which conversation this was now that I'm replaying it in my mind. But so when I got that phone call after that episode, I thought to myself, you know how many times this year somebody has called me on Tuesday night or Wednesday morning and has been like, are you okay? Are y'all okay? Is everybody okay? Like, I watched last night. I saw you crying. Like, are you like, I've had a lot of conversations with people after watching us get emotional on here, of people who are just kind of checking in and being like, wow, like y'all really, really put it all out there like that. And I don't think that any of us know any different. Like, this is just what it is now. Like, it's so comfortable today to be here and be vocal and be honest and be transparent. I had somebody recently ask me something about transparency. Like, how vulnerable are you? I was like, I'm an open fucking book. I'm only going to give you what I want you to know, but I have no problem with being vulnerable and scrutinized and chastised and picked apart and, made to be socially, whatever the case may be, if that means somebody else got to hear what they needed to hear at that moment. If they saw something vulnerable, if they saw somebody put a word to a feeling that maybe they could not figure out what that feeling was, but it was just there, like, I don't know. And it's not like we've been any less vulnerable over the years. And it's not like this is our first year doing this online, like none of this is brand new to us, but I don't know, maybe it was just the reiteration of.
It's Denise. Denise been coming up with all of these topics for the last 3 or 4 months.
like the reiteration of the relationship between in person and our virtual. You know, like I don't know if there's just something happening where it just, I don't know. This year has been a very strong year for free thinkers. Like, even if we've lost viewership or have less people joining us online, our presence, you know, our connection with those is still very, very strong.
Ooh, that's so good. And I think maybe that's a part of our journey is continuing to build that strong connection and us being able to dive even deeper before we get to that point where we're expanding, we're finding our voices even more, getting more comfortable with each other even more, and being more vulnerable and honest. And I think that's a good space to be in, because all I see is growth. Like, I see actual growth. And I think that is a beautiful place to continue to build on, is everybody being open to know more, grow more. And what are you thinking, Q?
You know what? I wonder if it's just a natural evolution of conversation, and not just a conversation. If typically it's us three that was here the majority of the time, and sometimes I think if you have talked to a person enough and you kind of know where they stand on things, like all of the hard arguing, it's hard to do that when you kind of are like, okay, well, yeah, like it's not even about the argument. It's about, we know where we disagree at a lot of times. So then when you know where you disagree, then you just don't go over it over and over. Like, yeah, well,
Right.
you know how I think. I know
you know
how
how far it, like, you can push it without being like, okay, I think this is
right.
we reached our
And
limit here.
and that's the thing. Even what I say with my sister is we argue about a lot of stuff. Like, we don't agree about a lot of stuff, but we know how we disagree. And once you know how you disagree, then it's like, okay, yeah, I know. Well, and even in disagreements, we know where the fundamentals of that disagreement break down. So it's like, yeah, okay, well, it ain't no further to go than this. And so that part, the argument part, is just, I guess it's probably not like the COVID days where you gonna go like, you know how I think, I know how you think. All right, we go there and we still push back and forth, but we already know how far it goes because we know fundamentally where each other stands. So I just don't think that part is gonna. I think until new blood is introduced, it ain't. I don't think, like, the three of us ain't gonna spike that hard.
Yeah, because we know each other's triggers. I feel like too. I feel like COVID days, somebody would just say somebody's trigger. Now people are getting set off. Like,
that's part of it about the triggers. I think the other part is there's a level of trust too. So even if
true,
even if I'm saying something triggering, at this point, I think we all know, like, I'm not coming from an evil space. You're not coming from a malicious space. Nobody's coming from, it's like, all right, yeah, we just disagree. So yeah. But so that's where I don't think it's the triggers don't come in as heavy when you know a person's intentions.
I agree. I agree.
So one thing I was gonna say, or anybody want to add anything to that before I move this along a little bit?
It's a great tool.
I can't hear you good. Is that just me?
Let me see. I said I think it's all gonna. Can you hear me now? Okay.
I think that's better.
Yeah, it's better than it was.
It's just a great tool on how to have conversations with other adults that aren't us, right? We know how to have conversations with each other, but everybody doesn't know how to have conversations with other people, right? Or getting to, like, hot topic kind of conversations or trivia kind of conversations.
You're kind of muffled, Nikki.
Okay, I didn't know if that was just me. It's still kind of muffled.
It's like, it sounds like
when you
adjusted
it, then it did get clear for a second, but then it got muffled again.
Like, sounds like the sound is bouncing off like a hard surface or something. Okay.
Well, that's not better.
Yeah, no, like, can we work it out?
You're not talking is not better. We could hear you, just
We
couldn't
need
hear
you to
you.
talk.
Working. I was like, just go ahead and skip over me, guys. How does it sound now? Does it still bad?
I
It
think
sound okay.
it's
It
when
sound
you're
okay,
closer,
and then
you're
it
fine.
kind of goes into muffled. We can still hear you, but it's
I
muffled.
think it's better when you're closer.
Okay. I just hate to
Yeah.
bust.
Maybe that could be it.
Okay. No,
Okay,
just
so yeah,
give
go ahead.
opportunity to have conversations, grown up conversations with people, and not have to be, feel like all conversations are personal, to be able to have conversations about fiery topics and then walk away when it's over, and not be in an emotional state, all the time. I just love that part of Tuesday. That's always my favorite part about Tuesday.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't think we still get spicy sometimes, but it just
For sure.
it doesn't like I said, I think the understanding of intent, like, okay, we can get spicy, but all right, yeah, I still love you though. So it's just not going to, it don't have no teeth in it.
Yeah, it's never disrespectful. It's never disrespectful, and it's never like coming at like another person's character or like trying to insinuate someone else is not intelligent, or it's never that. It's just like, no, you're just wrong. Like another person's like, no,
I tell y'all wrong. I tell y'all wrong sometimes. Let me tell you why you're wrong. Let me tell you why you're wrong. Okay, question. Are there any topics that you feel, not just specific topics, but general subject matter that you think we are neglecting or we haven't touched as much as we should?
I think, okay, this is the thing. I think that we approach most
Like we talk.
conversations. Wait, what were you saying?
I don't. You know what? Now I'm pull up YouTube page. What were some of the topics that we talked about?
Because you're kind of breaking up now, Q. Okay, there you go. But I think that we typically approach most subjects with nuance. I think there's like another level we could go to. And it's harder to approach certain subject matters. Like I feel like when it comes to maybe it's more like duality is maybe what I'm thinking about when it comes to certain conversations. It's so hard to tell, but like anytime there's a conversation about like someone being abusive and things like that, I think we don't get into the nuance of, I guess, like how a person may become that way and like those pieces, because I think it could come off apologetic.
Psychoanalyzing.
Yeah, I think like psychoanalyzing more bad behavior, I think would be something interesting. It's just so hard to do nowadays, because if you psychoanalyze it, people could view that as being an apologist for the behavior, as opposed to being like, wait, let's get to the root of why this person could potentially become this way. With the purpose of not defending them, but like assessing, like there could be some person in your community right now that's on their way to that storyline. But if you can kind of see where they're at, maybe you can help redirect, or, like whatever. You just have more awareness of how smaller issues can become really big issues later if untreated.
Yeah. I don't think, hold on. Ivory is, the link isn't in Facebook for the show.
Sure it's not, because as I'm reading her comment, I can post this anywhere but to y'all. To y'all, and then I just fucking forgot what else I was supposed to do. So nobody has the link at all to join right now. So,
Okay.
Q, if you could post that, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Keep talking.
But yeah, I would love to definitely approach things. Like maybe we can have an episode where we could do like case studies and then like maybe think about like, oh, this person had to take care of all their siblings, and typically that person may have this trait, and then like, you know, like just certain little things that can kind of contribute to a certain idea, lifestyle, etc., and things like that. I think it would be cool to maybe approach things from that topic, like psychoanalyzing a situation.
Oh, you know, that would be a good idea. I'm gonna write this down. Like, oh dang, I'm trying to think about this. Like, we have to do almost a role reversal. like I would have to talk and debate and discuss and answer questions from the eyes as if I was another person.
Oh,
And we were
as
all
you were
different
that
people.
person, maybe.
Yeah. You know what? That'd be fun. Like if I had to be Nikki. So everything in the conversation that I had to answer from the aspect of how I think she would view it.
That'd be interesting. That's very
Tell
interesting.
my mama she can't watch because I'm gonna do a whole bunch of cussing.
That is actually interesting. Like if
That
we
would be
all,
fun.
if there was a question and then we had to be like, answer from the perspective of this person to see how well we know each other.
I said, look, we could do a whole segment of a show for like 30 minutes. Then we all got to switch up, and we have to play the role of a different person that we selected.
And we have
And
to
then
change
what
our
really
names,
would
like
be
Denise
fun
as
is
Nikki.
don't even tell. We can't even tell the person. We can't even tell who the person that we are
Imitating.
I don't think it would take long to figure it out, but
that would be really. That would be fun to do.
But then we could do like some quick round robin, a series of questions or whatever, and we all have to speak, answer, rebut through the eyes of how we perceive that other person.
Man,
that would be so good. That would be so fun.
That'd be fun.
That'd be cool. I like that.
I think that would be a time where we have to really really think about some questions ahead of time.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that would be like a night like that. Yeah.
Maybe not, but yeah. No, that'll be okay. So that's one topic. I mean, that's one show idea.
Well, we still want to also do a show one night where we put the kids involved.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, middle school or age appropriate children, getting them involved. You know, for free conversation.
You're kind of breaking up a little bit, Nikki. I think you got to be like right there.
That is so crazy. Sorry. Is it okay now?
Yeah, it's way better when you're up here.
All right.
It's almost sound like you speaking like when is your speaker on?
Well, it is, but I don't know. I mean, it's the same setup every week, so I don't know why it's just being funny.
You know, like if you're talking to somebody, like I'm talking directly, but if I put them on speaker and I'm talking, then it just it don't sound as direct or clear.
I got you. No, but it's okay now. Like it's fine now. It's clear now.
Yeah, every time you say it's clear, then it'd be clear, and then you start talking, and then it don't be
when you're closer, it's better.
I'll make sure I get it fixed by next week. That's for damn sure. But yeah, so we talked about the kids. You know, we talked about having little Freethinkers Junior, having kids come in and get involved.
Freethinkers Junior is so good.
We're gonna do that.
That's good branding. Freethinkers Junior. That's good.
Freethinker Junior.
This is an idea that I had. Denise don't want to do it though.
Why?
But you know, I had thought about this even a while. Like, so when we did our once a month meetings, we could have those meetings going on everywhere. So it would be dope if Denise set up a space in New York where she was doing it, and you know, Tierra would set up one in Atlanta, and somebody set up one in Illinois, and Ivory set up one in Houston. Like, that's Free Thinkers Worldwide right there. We got some people from California. And then we could show them how to, you know, put the stuff together, and then, you know, I told you I got curriculum on how to moderate stuff. So
maybe I could do it at this spot close to my house.
That'd be so.
It would be dope.
Because they be wanting people in there anyways, and I could just do like a night where it's just like So how about this? I will make. Here we are. We gotta start. See, now we gotta start seeing what we're gonna do. I will make it my business to at least do one in-person New York free thinkers.
Yes.
I will make it my business to do
That'd be
that
dope.
within
That'd
the
be
first
dope.
6 months of the year.
Okay. 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 Well, you just make sure that you
That'll be
figure out
dope.
what it's gonna be so I can book my flight.
You gonna come?
Man, I'm definitely coming to that. God dang it. I'm coming. I'm coming. I've never been. I'm coming.
Okay, I
I'm
gotta start
thinking that
posting
too.
stuff
Yeah,
on
I
my
will
IG.
definitely try to come. I would definitely want to try to come.
Let's go. Let's
I
go.
gotta
Let's
post
get
stuff
up.
on my IG. Start posting some clips and stuff. Okay, we gotta figure out. This is something I think that we should do. I tried it one time and I think it was pretty cool, but I want to do it more. It's like, I don't know if we need a minute mark. Like if there's something that stands out in the middle of a conversation, somebody can minute mark it and be
Mm-hmm.
like, "Can we clip this up?" And it's
Yeah.
just, and we put it on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, stories, whatever we do. And so just to get driving the traffic to like these conversations that we have,
Mm,
I think that would be very helpful.
sure.
100%. We have to get in the business of clipping these. The
Yeah.
Yeah,
average person does not just listen to a 3-hour conversation, even though
right.
they be
But if
good.
they knew we
Still
were
not.
getting into that, they would be like,
Right.
wait.
Right. And the clips is actually what's going to drive people back to the full conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's
Yep.
we all got to get good at that, and hopefully, what would be good for us to do, each of us get proficient. So what I want to do is, this is the best thing. I need to create a bumper for the reels or the shorts. A quick intro bumper, quick outro bumper, give you quick information, blah, 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 blah. And
Yes.
the bumpers is only like 2 or 3, no more than 2 seconds. And then the content. So each one of us can clip in the content with it. And if each one of us did it once a week, now you got four or 5 different clips going on every week that's driving it back to the page.
I agree. And then it's uniformed because of the bumper.
Right, exactly. The bumper keep it uniform. So that's something that I'm gonna get them bump, and the bumpers are simple. I'm gonna get them done. I get them done quick. I just use our logos, emblems, make it go back to Free Thinkers Worldwide, and have all of our information, our YouTube, Facebook information, and then that's the other thing. I think we got an Instagram, don't we? I'm terrible with Instagram. I don't be on Instagram at all, but I believe we do have an Instagram. I guess that's another thing. We see how we use Instagram to generate more activity. So I look at that as well. Okay, let me get back to these topics before.
Are we writing this
jump
down?
off of this completely. I am. I'm typing.
Okay.
I'm always typing stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so we talked about topics neglected. Oh, I had some topics up here too. Hold on, let me run through some of these topics. I just want to hold on. I had to. Ivory interrupted me talking about she couldn't get on. Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Let me see. 3 weeks ago. Okay, so 3 weeks ago we did loyalty. What else? What don't you have an opinion on?
That was such a good one too.
That was 3 years ago, 5 months ago. Gender swap. What would you do? I don't even remember that.
Yeah, you do. We
No, I
literally, we would present a scenario and then we'd be like, okay, if you were a woman, how would you handle this situation?
I got to go back and watch that one.
It was good. And then we would tell you, nah, let me tell you why that doesn't work. And then we would flip it and you would do the same for us. It was really good.
I kind of remember it, but okay, I'm going to have to go back and watch that one. Go back 10 months ago. 10 months ago, 3/4/25. Truthfulness and transparency.
There you go.
That
might have been the one right there.
These sparked off the tone for the whole year. Of course, our pick a post was always good. What's Real Part 2, Faces, Voices, Bodies. Oh yeah, we start doing it. That was a good show too. 9 months ago. Oh yeah, 318. Christianity and Hypocrisy. I remember
that one.
I remember that. I had a whole rundown on that too. I'm like, hold on, y'all let me get this out now. Y'all want me?
Because I think that one was a spinoff from Hypocrisy in General or something like that. And then we were like, we need to break this down into sections. Because I think Smack came on and did what Smack does and took us down the road.
But I was like, look, now if y'all want me to talk about it, y'all say I'm apologist. If you want, I can give you a whole rundown on what I think is wrong and what I think need to change. And I think I actually I did an additional show either on Dr. Bright's show or I had him come on High IQ, and I had a bunch of pastors come on there and we talked about it too.
Oh, I wish I could have saw that.
It be on. I'm telling, man. I'm trying to tell y'all.
Did we do Red Letters last year?
Yeah.
I think
no, it would have had to be the year before. Red Letters would have had to be the year before.
Oh, Red Letters was last year.
No, because that's when it got off. Red Letters is what got us to not talk about the subject no more.
Red Letters is 2025. If Red Letters is 2024, I will be very surprised.
If the Christianity and Hypocrisy is in March, then unless we did it in January, then I don't know.
That has to be 25.
It had to be because Denise was the one be like, well, if we not gonna talk about it, then we ain't free thinkers.
Yo, I was so pissed off.
It comes up either Nikki or Quincy like, no, we don't do them. And Nikki like, and Denise always be like, what you mean we don't do it? Free think. I thought we could talk about anything.
That's why I agree.
I was like, are we even free thinkers? What is this?
That had to be 25. I think 20,
it was.
24 was Black Mirror. So 25, that was definitely a 25 conversation.
We definitely
it would have had to be January, February though.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like 6 episodes potentially.
That goes by very.
We need to do Black Mirror series. It's so much meat on that bone on every one of them episodes.
Yeah.
So we definitely. I want to do that by February. I want to come into a Black Mirror series.
Okay.
Here, let me write it down. Okay. So the other thing I was saying while I'm writing this down,
one told me to watch the few shows.
Which one?
I said the ones you told me I had to watch. I watched most of them.
Oh, okay.
You haven't watched the whole series then?
No.
Okay.
So I just don't like it enough. By the time I watched 2 or 3 of them, I was hooked. I guess you just ain't hooked on it. Then it didn't do it for you.
Tell me I need to watch it. I'll watch it.
It took me a minute to warm up to it, but after those first couple episodes, I was like, oh God, I can't stop now. Like, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, if Ivory didn't get to the place where she's like, I can't stop now, I'm like, oh, that ain't your cup of tea then.
The episode you told me to watch, I completely understand why you told me.
I know, but what I'm saying is, if you would have told me to watch 3 or 4 episodes and they was just the bomb diggity, I'm like, all right, I got to watch the rest of these on my own, non-provoked.
Add to me, like it's like a 50-50 thing. Like sometimes they say,
it don't always have a happy ending.
Joy and happiness right now.
Cute.
Go ahead.
I really like Free Thinkers homework. Can we do that like once a month? I don't know which week, but Free Thinkers homework was lit.
Yeah.
Like what do you mean by that? Like,
remember when we did that episode? Huh?
There was Free Thinker homework when conversations I missed. It was Free Thinker homework. I was like, I didn't get homework. But I did.
No, Rhea is Rhea or Rhea?
Rhea.
Rhea. There was the episode she was on.
Yeah.
And it was like we had to do something that made us feel uncomfortable and then report back our findings. Like I would love once a month to do a Free Thinkers homework.
I like that.
I do too. It could be like a personal development challenge each month, like straight up. like just making us get out of our comfort zone and doing something different and practicing it for 30 days and watching, does this become a routine now, or does this, or have I decided that I don't want to implement this into my life,
I love that, because that's more time to really work on something. I actually like that.
Yeah.
Because it becomes a habit after 21 days.
Also, they say 7 to 14 days for new habits to form. Like, we can literally be the change if we want to, right? I like that. Yeah, we might be on
the 40 days for a habit to form.
40?
40 days. I say I think I need 40 days for a habit to form. I could do something for a week or two, and I'll drop it off real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, woof, I'm laughing 2 weeks over it.
40 days and 40 nights, Q.
So, for those who are, this is what I've heard. But ouch. I don't feel like something bit me. Was that an ant? I feel like an ant bit me or something like that. Or just a shark. Anyway, this is what I've been told by a Mason friend or certain people. So for why am I telling all this business? So for a lot of people, even like Mason, so you hear people talk about the Bible as being actual, or some people think it's figurative. In general, Masons think that the whole Bible is figurative. Everything is figurative allegory. So anytime it talks about, in the numerology usually has the definition attached to it. So anytime that they talk about 40, Jesus was in the wilderness 40 days, 40 nights. David turned 40 when he became king. This and this. Anytime you hear 40, then the number 40 just represents as long as it takes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm not mad at that concept.
And there's in every number, and a lot of Christians and pastors use numerology too. I'm not, a lot of people do. But they look at it even when the Bible's not actual, they just look at every time they see a number in the Bible, it's supposed to represent something and not just that actual thing. So that's off of the subject. What was you even asking me in the first place?
We were just saying 40 days and 40 nights to do our free thinkers challenge.
Okay, yeah. Right. Okay,
free thinkers development.
Right. Got you. So, okay, question. Are there any general subjects that we just never touch that anybody would want to touch on a little bit more? Like politics, sports, pop culture, music, books? I don't know. Like, is there anything that we don't touch on as much that you would like to touch on a little bit more?
I think I would. I don't know, because I don't have a problem with obviously how we do what we do, but I think sometimes it would be interesting to maybe do like a quick round of hot topics. Like just a real quick, just to kind of get out what's happening right now. Because I mean, that's what we all want to talk about all the time, right? Is shit that's happening right now with our people, right?
Nikki,
what?
I was with you, and then I thought about it, and then you said a topic.
Quick 30 minutes, and that's where we all went wrong. But you know what? I think we could do. We could just like we
could do. I'm joking with you, but yeah, no, I like it though.
I think instead of doing like how we do the last Tuesday of the month is in person. Maybe the third Tuesday of the month is like Hot Topics Tuesday or something like that. That way we can get through everything that happened. We're not having to talk about it in real time. We've had time to think about it, see things play out, and
Right.
I like that. I'm not mad at that.
Things like we've talked about parts of the Diddy thing, and we've talked about parts of things, right. But we've really, just kind of sat back, all of us, and just kind of put our thoughts into, some of those hot topic things as a whole conversation. And
that's what I was saying with
things that people are trying to hear what our perspectives are on them.
Yeah, I think it's good. It gives us more. Not just more to talk about, but it gives us a different angle. I think at this point, even when we do talk about hot topics, we will end up leading it into a general theme.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we can turn anything into a damn dialogue for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
For
But I
sure.
mean, I think just our conversation will still turn
Right.
social / philosophical. Okay, but I like that though. That's a good. I like that. So once a month we can do hot topics, and then and this is what I was saying. I think I was talking to Ivory about this, and this goes with free thinkers and high IQ. And this was with me and Nikki. We talked about this a long time ago. So even when because people wanted us to get more into hot topics and stuff like that. I'm like, no. But it's so dope to where I could pull up a video that we did 3 years ago, and since it's not real trendy or hot topic, then that conversation is still just as relevant.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
If everything that we did was just hot topics all the time, then it's like, it dates itself.
Well, and we don't want a hot topic show. We're not a ragtime conversation. We like to get into those nuts and bolts because we all have different perspectives about some of the shit that's happening in culture land, right? But like, no, we don't. We're not a hot topic conversation. But I think that being able to give our perspectives for some of those things is definitely a good.
I think once a month would be cool though. I like that idea.
Cool. Topics I would like to get into. Then there's some I could care less about, right? But I think it'd still be good to hit it, here and there. And then if we're talking about,
y'all be helping me out, listen, because I don't be following that stuff halftime. So you telling me help me keep up with what's going on. I don't even know most of the time.
True.
My whole life is a hot topic. I ain't got time to worry about what other people doing.
Right.
But nothing else. I'm sure nobody has desire for sports. Mm-hmm. I don't get into politics much. I don't know if anybody else has more of a desire for politics.
I would like it because I just don't trust any news sources right now. I don't even know where to find the truth, y'all. Like, I'm so confused. And I almost feel like the only people I could trust are like other people, which I know they're getting some of their sources from other things, but I need the feet on the ground because I just don't know what's happening.
Mm-hmm. So you find people that you can trust, though. You find people that you can trust, and the easiest way to find people that you can trust. I did a show. I think I did it by myself, maybe, or maybe it was with you. I don't know, but it was a show how to identify bias. Good show. But the moment that you see somebody has bias, then you know that there's a level of persuasiveness that goes along with it. There's leaning, there's agenda involved in it when somebody has bias. So you look for someone that you can trust, that you hear that really talks with the least amount of bias.
Yeah. I was gonna say though, I'm kind of with on this part. I'm with kind of over talking about politics for the same reason. It's just like everybody's so skewed kind of one way or the other.
Yeah.
But I could see maybe the benefit of like us knowing politically what we want to talk about, because I know we'll do our due diligence to make sure we understand.
But you know what? See, and this is the other thing though. People are out there, but nobody really listens to them. You know who the most theologically sound people who really know the Bible back and forth. They're usually not pastors. But nobody wants to listen to them because they are boring as all get out. But they'll tell you the facts straight out like it is, with no fluff, no entertainment, no persuasion, nothing. They just, this is what it is. This is the history of it, blah, blah, blah.
I'm also though is like sometimes the best way to know what's really going on is from 5 sources and an article. Like sometimes the best way to really know what's going on is not from, like, I'm kind of past the one trusted source, because sometimes you even find out later that was not the thing, right? And
I agree.
It's getting down to well, the study said da 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 da. And then I'm like, was the study published? Who studied? Who
Oh
published?
yeah, no, them studies on there, that don't mean nothing to me.
What was the sample size of the study?
Right.
This was people in 1985. You know, like it just.
Now see,
Right.
now you can put Denise back in the whole whirlwind again.
But this is where
But
we're
that's
at.
true. Yeah.
This is where we're at. And so it is important, but this is like more trusted people where, we know if we're going to talk about it, you better know what you're talking about.
Right.
We're going to do a deep dive. And so I do like when we do, even though I don't love talking about politics anymore, I probably wouldn't mind with this group.
Well, let me ask something. Do you practice and this for all y'all, do you like I practice even when I am listening to whatever I'm listening to, I pull back from persuasion. Like I'm pretty good at telling when someone's listing or stating facts and then they start leaning over to, maybe that's what church, maybe that's because of church.
Right. These people
you be listening to pastors and they be giving you the word and giving you the history and all this. And then from one sentence to the next, they might move over to just some biblical to move over to their own opinion. I'm like, oh, now that's you talking.
But Quinn, the problem is now people's facts are lies. The numbers they give as lies. Like the stuff they stating that's supposed to be facts don't even be the truth, or it be skewed.
Well, I don't have to go, and that's why I don't have to go too deep, and I don't need somebody giving me a whole bunch of statistics, because statistics by themselves shouldn't tell the whole story for you. If the statistics somebody say doesn't line up with what you see and what you're experiencing and what you're feeling in this world, then I'm not, that's a lot of, they say that's a lot of stuff about Black people. I'm like, yeah, you saying that, but that don't line up. That ain't even what I see. So there has to, there's an alignment of a statement, a statistic, and a life experience, and all of those things need to line up before you even entertain it.
Right. Which is hard because like even now, like I've been reading so many different articles trying to figure out what the real deal is with the Venezuela situation. And it is driving me insane.
I don't follow that stuff.
Like
I don't follow that.
I'm like, okay. It's like things can be true, but then there can also be like it can be true for one group and false for another, and still be true for both groups.
Denise,
yeah,
you don't have to go that far. That's when you look at American history, you look at the nature of who we are.
Right.
It ain't nothing. You think we care about some drug dealers in some country and some? We don't care if they dealing drugs. We never cared.
I'm like, so this is all the moment all about
they
oil.
telling off on themselves when they talking about this ruthless dictator and he did this and he was a horrible person to his people. We don't. What did he call it? The shithole countries. Yeah. And now all of a sudden he care about the people that's there and he's trying to liberate them. We heard that through Bush and them. Whenever Americans start talking about freedom pertaining to another country, it's an agenda involved.
It's always oil. Resources.
So usually, you look, that's an easy one right there. I ain't even gotta ask.
Yeah. The only thing that I'm like confused about is I know it's about oil, but I wonder if the leader that they have now is this bad guy that they say, and did this other person they claim won the election, did they really win the election? Like, we know they're there for the oil, but like what parts of that is true? Do the Venezuelan people actually want this new person in, or were they fine with the old person? That's what I want to know. It don't even matter.
You asking the wrong question. We ain't got no business being over there.
We don't. But I'm still curious to think what the people think. You know what I mean? Like, was he their Trump or was he their Bernie Sanders? That's what I want to know.
But why would that make why would that make a difference in what we're doing?
It doesn't make a difference.
But what I'm saying is, if you think if an overwhelming majority of those people, see, we can talk politics a little bit. If you think the overwhelming majority of people just like this president, then it would somehow justify what we did. No. It don't matter what he did, it still don't justify it.
It doesn't. Because if they did, like,
unless there's a
okay,
mass genocide going on, there is no justification.
Well, I was going to say, because we could same the Iraq is the same scenario, right?
yeah,
People, I mean, a lot of the people there, especially the Shiites, they didn't want Saddam, and they felt oppressed, and they felt all of these like. But did we have the right to overrun their country because he was oppressing the Shiites? Of course not. And then a million Iraqis left. I mean, of course not. It wasn't the right thing, but I mean, you could
And
make
he had been in power
right.
for a long time. It wasn't until he went over to Kuwait and started messing with the oil supply that we benefit from that they decided to go over there. It's the same thing over and over.
Arguments about him being an oppressive dictator who was, subjugating people. But
I don't think it's right, but I am just genuinely curious. Because, like, you know what I mean? Like, if somebody right now ran up in the United States, got Trump, got him out of here, like, a lot of people would be celebrating, but, like, a lot of people would not be.
Take Trump for kidnapping. Like, you just kidnap a whole nother president.
But then, but some of us would be like, oh, God.
But, like, if they did that and put, like, Bernie Sanders in,
no,
but
that's your problem.
This is the problem, Denise, with the Venezuela
you
thing.
Gotta stand on principle. No, it's not right.
The person that was underneath him, she was just a vice president. It's his regime,
right?
They didn't put the. They didn't
just
put
for now. No, Ivory. It's just for now. It's just for now.
The lady.
And then they're gonna say you could do one or two things. You can play ball with us, or we're gonna get somebody to replace you and replace the whole regime. Because right now the military is still on the side of the president, so they don't want the military to go into an uproar to where some military general then take over, because they feel like the presidency is not in control of the country anymore. They just being strategic about how they doing it.
Ooh. I think they're putting the other lady in. They gave her a Nobel Peace Prize and said that the election was stolen from her. I'm like, you guys about to put her in, but who is she to you? And what's about to go down with this?
Somebody gonna let you get that oil.
Oof, rough.
And you know what's messed up? At least Bush was smart enough to be like, we trying to free the people. He just stood on, we trying to free the Iraqi people. Trump be letting the oil come out of his mouth every other sentence. And they got oil over there, and we gonna get that oil.
And that's probably why I can't talk about politics too long, because I always going back to history and stuff. But I think that's why it's so important, the language we use, because I heard something say once, and I never forgot, to stop calling countries underdeveloped and call them overexploited. Because the history of how the Western world has went through the world rating it, these countries are not underdeveloped. They are over.
That's good. Because I think, so another thing is, I think what was happening is, from my understanding, when I start putting all the stories together, I think that China was in talks with them because they had some Chinese dignitaries over there at the time when they did the thing. So I think they were over there talking about the oil and how they were making a deal with them. At least that's what my assumption is that they were going to be making a deal with them to get the oil, which then puts the U.S. in whatever position we're in because we don't get to get the oil. But from my understanding, the oil there isn't really being utilized because I think like the oil rigs and the things that are supposed to extract the oil are like not in the best condition. So they're not even really able to use the resources that they do have. And so people who already know how to do that are trying to put their own infrastructure in there, aka America, trying to put their own infrastructure in there so they can start extracting the oil so that they can then do whatever they're going to do with it. And so again, they're like just being overexploited and they're just being took for their resources. But yeah, this is crazy. It's like
Chevron is the only American oil company that still gets oil from Venezuela right now.
Interesting.
So I mean, he's telling he's doing this, get the oil, but like only American company is even involved in Venezuela oil. So it's kind of see like what's Chevron gonna do? Are they gonna like say they want more for the price? It's the other oil companies going in now and say they want. Then that's what you need to watch. Like, what will the oil company do? There's only one oil company that's been getting oil from them.
I don't you know that they're there for other resources besides just oil. Oil is always one of the greatest commodities, but there's a whole lot of other things that country is on top of that they want. They want their gold. I just watched a video yesterday or the day before that broke down all of the different natural resources that Venezuela has as a country, and they're fully fucking stocked over most other countries. Nobody ever talks about Venezuela, but Venezuela has slew of natural resources and a high volume of natural resources. They also
now I'm wondering, like, we have been hearing about all that's been going on in Venezuela for like they've been doing this for like a year and a half in terms of talking about Venezuela in general, right? And like, do you think that this whole thing was a soft launch to eventually get here? Because do y'all remember when they were talking about like people were leaving Venezuela to come to the States because they were escaping whatever it was, like something was going on. I wasn't paying attention because I try to stay out of foreign affairs because at that time we were still in our hot mess era. Still are.
The power they were having
hot mess here.
infrastructure. They were having I think they were having an electricity issue. There was something in Venezuela where and it may have been like grocery strikes. It may have just been an income strike. Like the people of the country were fucking poor. Like there was something was taking place. Yes, I'm.
They doing the same thing that we should be doing right now.
Right.
What?
Protesting about wages, livability, all the stuff that they doing. They're not catering to anyone that's not making six figures.
Well, you know, Americans have been
he's trying to take Iceland and Denmark, and he's trying to take a lot of places. It sounds real Hitlerish, I ain't gonna lie. Hope they don't ban us for me saying that, but I mean, but that's what the Fuhrer was doing. Just kept taking countries, kept taking countries.
Stop threatening us about Greenland.
You say what?
Greenland. I guess Denmark owns Greenland. Whatever. On there and say like, stop talking about Greenland. Like we are not gonna give you Greenland. Like stop talking about it.
Yeah, people are telling people in Greenland to run. They're like, run from him. And I'm like, why are you messing with these people, bro?
He just like, and you don't understand. Like, if he wanted, he'll just take it.
These are all acts of. These are all war crimes. Like
well, he changed it to the Department of War, so no surprise.
Maduro around New York City in the van with the van doors open. I was like, who does this?
This is the crazy. You know what the craziest thing to me?
But listen, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be done talking about politics.
No, you ain't.
I don't ever want to hear another Democrat talk about what they can't
do.
What they can't do?
What, another president?
Another Democrat.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You obviously can do whatever you want to do.
Okay.
And you don't be wanting to do. Let's be clear. This man has all shown us that if you wanted to, who was going to stop?
I agree.
The lies.
You know what?
I think he just destroyed the presidency, though, because the next person who becomes president, they are going to have to operate in a way. Yeah, because people are not going to be listening to these checks and balances, and we got to get approval from the Senate and all. No, they just.
No, we all know. No, Quentin, that's not true. Everybody knows now that there are no real consequences for what you want to do if you really want to do it. Now we all know systems that we hold dear ain't real. They just words.
So that's the breakdown of the whole government then. If we
Okay.
see that checks and balances was just an illusion and
It
you
was
don't have
just
to abide by them, then
It
our
was just-
government has no teeth anymore.
I don't want to hear it ever again when it comes to helping people, when it comes to doing the right thing, that your hands are tied. It's not true. You could
That's
always did whatever you want.
That's the danger of
that's so true.
I'm just saying.
but
But
yeah,
that just
you
goes
saying
to
that.
my point of like why not to get into voting, not voting. But that just goes back to my point of like, this why I don't be voting. Because people gonna do what they want to do.
And y'all
Like people are going to do what they want to do. And I don't trust people when they say they ain't doing,
that is
can't do, and
insane.
don't know how to do, getting stopped from. I think they're all working in cahoots. I think they're all in cahoots. And this is why.
Denise,
This is why I don't
if
know.
we didn't let that orange man get in office, do you think things would be the way that they are now?
Do you think if we had a better Democratic candidate that he would be in office?
No.
Do you think they wanted anybody else to be in office but him? He is exactly where they all
Oh
collectively
Lord.
said somebody was going to be at. They gave us
Everybody didn't want him in office. Everybody did not want him in office.
no matter what we want. I ain't talking about us. I'm not talking about us. When I talk about they
We the
wanted it,
people. We are the people. All of us.
we don't matter. We don't matter. We are an illusion.
Y'all just Denise, just skip my question, and you assisted skipping my question. Now, please answer my question.
The question.
I usually don't let people answer my question with a question, but I answered it anyway, and I'm like, all right, now you answer my question.
Which is this? What was it again?
If
Uh-huh.
the orange man was not in office right now, would things look the way that they look right now?
Ooh, I got a hot take. My hot take is this.
Let's go.
This has happened under every president? Like some version of this? It's just that
you're great. No, not even a little bit.
So you're telling me
No.
You're telling me, hold on. You're telling me no, it wasn't as extreme as every time it happened under Bush. It wasn't as extreme. It wasn't as extreme. And this is in our lifetime. Like this has happened at least twice in our lifetime that we know
Obama
of.
did kill he killed the Libyan president.
So what I'm saying is when some people run down on other countries because they're likable, we don't give it the same look as when Buddy, who don't care about the optics of nothing, does it. It's just, I think we all felt a little bit better lying to ourselves. But
Obama didn't try to take over Libya once they did what they did to Gaddafi. They didn't try to take over the country after that either.
You'll never know.
Right.
I mean, you'll never know what they did or didn't do until we get the Oliver Stone.
Clinton took over Georgia. We want controlling interest. We want to make sure that the country itself, and this goes back to the Cold War. And me and Smack had a whole argument about the Cold War and the live. That's a whole different one.
I love the Cold War. I love World War II and Cold War.
Right, me too. But the it goes back to where we, in order for capitalism to flourish, and especially in America where we have no real natural resources, we have to be able to trade with people.
And when people don't want to trade, we run in their country and we bomb them and take their stuff.
Not directly.
We're like, oh, we have to save the children. Drop a bomb.
We want to make sure that capitalism flourishes so we have the ability to trade with them. It's not the same because once upon a time, ask England. And that's one of the things we try to stay away from, that because we came from England, and England was literally colonizing every place that we not going that far with it. But we want to make sure we have a financial reciprocation for
We don't colonize in the way that we want to go and live there, but we take all their stuff.
We don't take all of their stuff.
We take a good portion of their stuff.
We
What are
make
they
sure
left
that we
with
control
illegally?
trading interests. No, listen, it sounds like I'm playing semantics with words, but if you pay attention to history, what they were actually doing before, it ain't the same. It's similar, but it ain't the same.
It sounds to me, this is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing one person's like, hey, yeah, you guys are gonna mess this up for everybody, so we're just gonna come in and we're just gonna help you a little bit. That's it. We're just gonna help. And if you guys get in the way, like, we are going to probably kill some people, but just because we want to make sure everybody's good, because the world runs on capitalism. And then there's another person who's just straight up like, look, the world runs on capitalism. We're coming in here and we're running this stuff up. I think the presentation is different, but the thing itself is the same.
Communism is the enemy of capitalism. Because if every person creates, grows all of their property, if all of that is technically belonging to the state, it cuts off socialism. It cuts the feet off of free market.
Socialism. Elaborate. I don't understand.
I'm sorry, but you're mixing government and financial. Socialism is the antithesis of capitalism. Sorry. Continue.
So when you saying socialism, difference between socialism and communism?
Wait, so communism is a governmental system like democracy.
That's what I'm saying.
So then capitalism is a financial system, socialism is a financial system. So I was like, those are financial systems, those are governmental systems.
Yeah, but communism, everything. So every farm, every business belonged to the country. That's how the Soviet Union was communist. So every person who had land, they had farms, they had businesses, all of it belonged to the state or the country. So if this country or this business and someone from America said, hey, we want to trade, we want to do business with you, they can't trade with them because that property on those goods or services belong to the country.
So then who do you have to consult with to do business? Who do you consult with?
And you have to do business with the country, which ultimately came down to one person, which was either Stalin or Gorbachev or whoever the guy is in there right now. I can't remember his name. Putin. So now you have one man controlling all of the resources and the economy of that country. Now, and this is where all of the wars came in: North Korea, Vietnam, all of these other places where communism was trying to spread. Ultimately, if communism after World War II, if communism spread to the place where 75% of the countries were communist, it limits our ability to be able to trade with other countries. There's nobody we'll be able to trade with on a free market scale. We'd have to trade directly with that dictator. But it kills capitalism. So that's why we were in Korea, and that's why we were in Vietnam. We were trying to stop the spread of communism, because ultimately it would put a stranglehold on our ability to be capitalist, to have individual businesses, to have free trade.
Liberation. Man, nobody cares about liberating other people.
No, they don't. They want to be able to trade, and we don't have. All we got is tobacco. Really, that's all we had was tobacco. We don't have any natural resources on this land. Tobacco and cotton, and I don't even think we were the highest producers of cotton, because you can get cotton in a lot of different places.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is so deep. You know why? Because
we had our political.
You know why this is so deep? Because you know how we always. We have this discussion of like, how can we change the world and capitalism and and then you like start unpacking it and going through all the layers, and you're like, this is really never going to change.
No, I've been saying that for years.
That's what I was talking about. You gotta you could differentiate the systems where like something probably a little bit more like social democracy, like a socialism democracy. Right. is probably a healthier system than our system, where you don't do the communism, where there's one dictator. You keep the democracy, but you move to a more socialist system where people share more. Like you make sure the wealth is spread out differently. Like those two systems together
And
are
we do participate in elements of socialism.
elements.
We act like it's such a bad word, but we do.
Not a yes, not a
I
But the
mean, Social
socialism,
Security, food stamps, disability. There's a lot of things that we have that has elements of socialism with it.
I feel like socialism in our country is typically not, it's kind of used as like a trap. It's not used to really stabilize people. Like we talk about this all the time about how welfare has affected the Black community. Like there's times where there might be a husband and a wife with kids that are struggling to make ends meet, but like, are they going to get welfare if the father is there? Like, it's not really, it doesn't feel like it's set up to really help people get on their feet and grow them. It's just designed to keep them here.
Yeah, the way we do it, I wouldn't really consider that like a great socialist system. I'm thinking more like wage control, where you make people pay people more, capping prices on products and things. Like don't get to
Right.
make maximum dollar just because you can. Like you just
Yeah.
don't get to. Like you have to be a part of this community as a business owner. We're not going to allow you to make max profit. We're going to allow you to make money, but you don't get to become a billionaire.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
shame.
I mean, it's still that too. Okay, so again,
You
what
know,
if? Yeah, it's real messed up that they don't let two
make $1
parents be in the
billion,
house.
$1 billion.
But what if you weren't in the house? Well, what if the system didn't exist at all?
I think if the system didn't exist at all, I think there would be a lot of different decisions made in other aspects, because like if there are a bunch of people who are unable to eat and do stuff like that, like don't you think we would be more inclined to like work together and be a community and be more inclined, like, okay, think of it like this: when they were cutting off food stamps, everybody was like, yo, here are where the food banks are. Hey, this is where you can do this. Hey, this is where these available. Like,
But
I
again,
think
the food banks itself is forms of socialism because the different organizations get grants to be able to do things. Like they're still getting government money or state money to be able to help supply for the people, the needy, or those who aren't. They get tax deductions, or they get certain they get benefit. The state or the government benefits these organizations to be able to help other people.
yeah, but they're not saying you can't get a can of soup because you're a man.
But what I'm saying though, just like how food stamps get cut off, if they cut off all of the grants for the food banks and for the grocery stores who get write-offs, who donate this money, then those would disappear too.
Wouldn't more people be inclined to be like, all right, we got to get some fair wages in because this absolutely does not work?
Oh yeah, then you go to anarchy.
Doesn't
Then
it
we go
kind
to
of
war.
pacify us to be like, well, at least people can like get food stamps and there's these
That's
things
what I've been saying
available
for the
to them.
last 12 years. We don't realize it, but we are too comfortable to ever have an upheaval or rebellion. We too comfortable.
We are so spoiled. I'm sorry. Don't get me on my soapbox.
You all right? And the
Oh,
listen, Denise.
I mean,
The person who's
spoiled.
struggling, talking about they can't make it, and this ain't right, and this ain't giving me enough money, and I can barely eat this and this, and they got a $900 iPhone in their hand.
Okay, even forget the iPhone. Forget the iPhone. Forget. You know what? This is when I realized this, Denise and Nikki. When that water crisis, the Flint stuff was happening, and it was a year later, and then people were still in Flint. I said, we are so spoiled. I said, we are watching people in the Middle East and other places literally put a backpack on and start walking.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all they got. Like, I can't be here no more. They flattening everything. Where's my backpack? I'm about to start walking. You can get on a bus. You could call your cousin, whatever, and ride up out of this town with this water that's killing you. But you still sitting there. I said, we just spoiled America. Somebody's
All right,
gonna fix
Avery.
it.
But
Somebody know.
In your
Denise,
neck of the woods, you still
you
got the people
sit there
living in
because
Fifth Ward, and
you said
then they got this 60% cancer rate over there, and like
somebody's
they
gonna
giving
fix it.
cancer to people.
Somebody's gonna fix it. That's what you keep saying, telling yourself. Somebody's gonna fix
Right.
it. In these other countries, they know nobody's coming to fix it.
okay, I got to push back on that. My pushback is like us, like assuming somebody
See, the
can
optimism
get,
in your face fading away, Denise.
huh?
I said the optimism in your face is slowly fading away.
It's like I just so slowly turning gray.
Which I don't know too.
No, wait, no. I believe we can change. No, but the assumption that people can get on a bus or can go to family members, like they have that option, like that is from a place of privilege, because not everybody can do that and pick up their whole life and go somewhere else. Like
But that's what she just
But
said,
my
though.
point
She said
was,
they grabbed a backpack and start
on a
walking.
backpack and start walking in other countries, Denise. They have no clue where they're going.
yeah.
They have no clue where they're going to land. They're going to end up in a camp. They're going to try to walk to another country. They just, with their kids, everybody just got a backpack and start walking.
Well, Ivory,
Yeah.
that's I don't know if that's kind of a false equivocation. You cannot equate bad water to they over here
If it's killing you.
people.
So before the studies came out, I'm talking about a year after.
If they came through with AKs and Flint, they just start mowing people down, then people would.
I'm not talking about when they just kind of knew they was getting sick. I'm talking about after the thing blew up, right? After all the stories came out, after all the tests was being done, they found all the lead in your body. They found all the lead in your kid's body. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was reports a year later, it still was not fixed, and they were still there.
Well, Ivory, that's the boiling
That's
frog.
not a false equivalency. My children
it is to them coming in there just shooting people on sight. That ain't the same thing.
Literally.
Or you not.
And then if you think about the boiling frog scenario, if you turn the heat up slow enough, then people still not gonna move.
You sound ridiculous right now.
It's not the same. It's not the same thing. What happened to Katrina when the levees broke and people start dying instantly? Then all right, they start walking out of there. They get like, all right, we can't stay here no more. But if something happens slowly at a slow pace and a slow rate, then people just don't move.
Because you're full, because you think somebody might come fix it.
Nah.
Maybe, but you've already been conditioned. You've been living in something and you don't see an immediate change. They told me this water is bad, but I've been drinking this water my whole life.
But
and if the water is that bad, then me drinking it one more time versus the last 500 times I drank it, it's not the same thing, Ivory.
You're watching people get sick. You're going to the doctor and they telling you your kids' blood and stuff is full of lead.
I know. I'm not saying this is right. I'm just saying it's not one of those things where you gonna grab a backpack and be like, I have to go right now. Right. It ain't the same thing.
Okay, I think it's because we're spoiled. I think
I
agree with that.
I think if your whole stuff has been bombed, there's no food, there's no water, there's no resource, there's no job, there's literally nothing. You gotta go. You gotta get that backpack. But you're like, I have a house, so I have shelter. Mm-hmm. I have food. The water is not great, but I'm still here.
We get some bottled water. We get some
bottled
water, make it work.
You're like, I have
it's comfortable. It's comfortable.
But like,
it's comfortable.
It's true. It's comfortable. And then you get bottled water.
Well, but this was my point. This is how we started. We said the systems of food banks, all these extra things on top of leaving people in poverty to die, makes us in America comfortable with slowly dying. We're in other places where those systems are not there. They're not comfortable. They do have to get
I disagree with your analogy though, Ivory. The example that you used of, them shooting up everybody and then them leave, that's not the same.
I guess for me, I'm thinking
there's a lot of people in poor conditions or worse conditions than what's in Flint, but they ain't went nowhere.
Water. Forget your bottled water, everything else. They done told you what these lead levels are. So I'm finna put my babies in some bath water every night with some crazy lead levels. I'm finna run that shower water over their head every night for another year after I know. Because I'm spoiled. I just think it's gonna get fixed.
If you found out this was the case tomorrow, your next move is what? Like, what is your next move?
I'm making plans. I'm getting up out of here. No. Listen, I'm just looking at Trump and I'm looking up dual citizenship right now. I'm not playing with these people.
Ivory round up. She on
Nikki, what's on your mind, Nikki?
What? I mean,
blow it all up. Just blow it all up. That's what I've been saying for long. Just blow it up.
In theory, of course, that would be what I would try to do too. But it also sounds like I'm coming from a place of privilege. How lucky I am to be able to pack my fucking shit and go somewhere else. How lucky I would be able to say, you know what, I don't need this house, I don't need this job. Because now we can't sell the property. So now anybody who owns a home or owns land in Flint is fucked forever. So they're going to be upside down. They can't sell. They have to disclose. They can't repair. Who's gonna provide the funds to be able to rip all the piping? Like, so it's like any other. We talked about Katrina. It's people. Why didn't they leave? Well, where the fuck are they gonna go? Where are people in poverty going to go? There are people who couldn't even leave and shelter, safely because they didn't want to leave their pets behind, or they were disabled and couldn't get across town. Like, it's so easy to say that shit, I'm out of there. But obviously, if it was that easy, the problem would not still be the way that it is. So we've been conditioned to just accept it. We all bathe in poisonous water. We're all drinking poisonous fucking water. We're all breathing poisonous fucking air. I'd like to be like, I'm just not going to breathe this air anymore. I don't have a choice. I go outside and I see 75 tic-tac-toe fucking boards in the sky, and I'd like to just not go outside, but I can't stay inside all day long. I gotta go to work.
We would. If we was about that life, we would have moved to Montana or somewhere.
We would be in Greenland or something, maybe. I don't know. We'd be in Greenland.
Where they've outlawed that. I mean, but yes, ideally. So I think it's way beyond just us being in a comfortable space of thinking somebody else is going to fix it. I think that a lot of people, that is their default. Somebody else is going to do it. Somebody else is going to do it because somebody else always does. But I think, like, in that particular example, I think we're talking about people who are economically disadvantaged and don't have anywhere else to go. Where do I fucking go? I'm already living in the projects in a shithole neighborhood full of lead. Like, where else am I gonna go? And it's not like there's, significant thriving communities around Flint that a person could easily get to. And, I mean, it's a bad situation, but that's part of systemia. And we know that. That's how it's supposed to go. So we can keep the fucking wheel of bullshit and oppression and depression, oiled just perfectly fine. So they can just keep taking our money and telling us that they're doing things in our best interest.
Well, we got a politics show in.
We did. But it's good to hear all this because there's so many things that I didn't know that y'all spoke about when it came to like past wars and things like that. And I definitely didn't understand the whole concept of like trying to avoid communism and what the fallout of that is and why that can become a big issue. Like, these are all things that I'm learning today. So I think that is the good part, is that like, even if we don't get to the bottom of it, we're learning.
Yeah.
I mean, say you learn something new every day. I mean, there's more than what we knew yesterday. I'm okay with that. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think Ivory, you majored in that, didn't you?
Yeah,
And
history.
I've been addicted to history my whole life. Like even now, as much as I know about World War II, I still watch documentaries about that probably at least once a week or once every 2 weeks. Like I'm constantly watching history. World War II, Vietnam. I don't know as much about the Korean War, Civil War, but I'm just big on history.
World War II.
Yeah.
For Valentine's Day, when me and Antoine were first dating, he got me a complete discology of World War II in color. It was like 10 discs.
Man, that series was so good. Golly, that was a good series.
Yeah, to you. That's right.
Yes, it came on. It ended up coming on Netflix. It came on Netflix and ended up coming on Netflix. I watched it for a while. Yeah, so good.
Speaking of series, Q, we were going to do a Hidden Color series. Remember that?
Yeah.
We're going to do it. When Ivory said a 10 disc series, I was like, ooh, 10 discs. We were going to do a Hidden Colors thing a couple years ago.
Kyrie got canceled for that, remember?
I don't even know if I want to do a Hidden Color series now. I don't know where the conversation would go. Like I know where it would go, but I don't know where the.
I don't know. Could you revisit that today and just see how people feel today, right? In comparison to when it first came out, like, or where we've gone. Have we changed at all between then and now?
Quinn made me watch Hidden Colors. Remember, I
made you watch it.
Okay. Like, you got to watch this.
that series changed my life. That changed my life a lot. Now, see, this is another thing I was saying, Denise. After I started listening to Tariq Nasheed enough,
you seen the bias.
Yeah.
Now this is the question, Ivory. If I went back and watched it again now,
how would you feel?
I think it's still factual enough, but to know how much bias he has, then I may watch it with a slightly more critical eye.
This is what I would say is the history we've already been given is so biased anyway that to have
it was needed
come from the other side of bias, right? Like it is still so necessary for balance. I think that I still appreciate it.
But I don't even think it was, you know what? I don't think it would sway me too much just knowing how he is now, because it wasn't even so much of what they would tell, because you could tell me a lot of stuff and I cannot believe it. But when I heard it, it connected with me and it made sense when I heard it. And I'm like,
there's been more stuff come out about the Statue of Liberty. That stuff is deep.
Yeah.
That stuff is
deep.
Like beyond his stuff, like the type of things people have had to go through, uncover that history about the Statue of Liberty is very deep. Like
it might be more than what I know. You're going to send me some stuff.
Give me a bullet point, y'all, or should we make this an episode?
Listen,
it could be a series, the history of, and this, like the real stories.
Who had heard this information about the Statue of Liberty, like originally having these chains and
on her feet,
and being, an African woman and like that gift or whatever, and so they so much so that they put the original document of what it really looked like. It's not even in the Statue of Liberty museum part. It's like underneath where you can't access it. He kept saying, I want access to it. Like this is a normal thing the curators get access to. Why won't you let everybody see it? Finally, she had to write up so high, like years and years of fighting with them just to see these documents.
You gotta send me that part. I knew a lot of it. I don't know as much as what you're talking about though.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna send it to you. But so that kind of stuff, like you need people to tell you, like, no, you don't.
Ooh, I think we should do series on that. The more you know, Statue of Liberty, and then we'll like do different series of like deep dives of history that is not common knowledge.
Oh Lord.
But I also have another idea. What if we do a series called War, What Is It Good For? and then we get the details of like how these wars started, what was going on, what came from it, like the bias, like all that whole thing. What'd you say?
I said, you talk
I was
language.
song. Absolutely nothing.
I love war. I love
Yeah.
I
I
love
would love to get more details on stuff of war. I don't know any details about any war. I just know the common knowledge stuff.
It's a great band. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
conflict. Like I studied a lot about the conflict between Pakistan and India. So interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I looked at a little bit, not as much on that
Oh,
though.
very, very sad and interesting.
Yeah.
So
So
okay,
yeah,
you know the Pakistan and Bangladesh is just made up. It's just made up countries by
I did know that.
not. It wasn't real countries. So when they left, they said, "Oh, we're going to help you guys out by separating the Hindus and the Muslims. So we're going to make all the Muslims in India go up here to Pakistan." And they had to like it was like a trail of tears of them leaving their homes, things going to Pakistan, leaving everything and going to Pakistan.
Oh wait. Same thing. Oh, so Ivory, I got a question for you.
And so
Whoa.
this conflict, you always hear about this conflict, but how would it not be conflict? Like you
Right.
share this land and then you were ripped from it and just put somewhere.
Like Rwanda also.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this though, Ivory. You as a Christian,
Uh-oh.
how do you
Okay.
do you reject that term now, or what is?
No,
I
I
didn't say you're evangelical. I just said, oh.
like me.
What is your thoughts about the Palestine people?
What do you mean?
Like the Israel-Palestine conflict?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try to make it like real quick, simple. My thought about it is I don't like Christians trying to insert what should be happening there as if God needs help with anything he wants to happen anywhere. That's number one. And then the second part is, why would you ever be okay with people being mistreated? Like I don't like what's
Because they're being mistreated by the chosen people.
Oof.
Okay, and then let's go back. So mistreated by chosen people who don't follow the God you serve. What are we talking about? Like, so you saying my values and the way I live my life and the things I do are a result of this amazing relationship I have with Jesus Christ. And these people don't have that relationship, but I'm going to support
Ivory.
They make about people.
Ivory, biblically, historically.
What kind of sense does that make?
Biblically, historically, the people of Israel didn't always follow God. Well, there was many periods of decades, if not centuries, that they didn't follow God, but they were still the chosen people.
Well, no, they followed God, just not the one that the Christians followed.
Right. And this is the thing. And when they fell off, Quentin, who dealt with them?
That's what I'm talking about.
But Quentin, when they fell off, who dealt with them? God himself dealt with them. He dealt with them. He got them taken over. He got them with them. So for us to be over here in America talking about, well, we Christians, those God chosen people, it don't matter what they do to people. That is just the most ludicrous thing that I have ever heard. You know what I say this? This is the same thing I say about Republicans and abortion. Yeah, y'all are liars. Just liars. You just be making up stuff because you don't love people and you don't have an excuse. You cannot keep telling me you can watch people suffer, die, children starve, all of this stuff, and you do not care, but you care about some baby you ain't ever seen. You are just full of baloney. You're all liars.
Yeah.
I agree.
That was it. I hope that was clear.
It's clear. It's clear.
Ridiculous.
So you're not siding for siding's sake.
No.
A lot of people do.
And you know what?
Including people directly in your family.
I know. And I told, because Mom was talking to me about some people who were saying things, right? And I was just like, Mom, why would we, if there's a side to stand on, and I stand on the side of treating humans humanely.
Right.
You think I'm worried about what God think about me siding with treating humans humanely?
Preach.
That's ridiculous.
Facts.
What else you need to get off your chest, Ivory? You on it. Let's go.
I know. Ivory's coming in hot. I love it.
So, yeah, you talk about some politics, then you bring it out
talk
of
about
it.
history. That's all we
War
gotta
and
do.
politics. When you mix politics with war, shoe, you got Ivory on one.
She's on the hook.
145. We done. Anybody got any last thoughts or words about what we talked about politically, or just the end of year wrap up? Any last things you wants to say? We didn't get through all of it, but we got enough. Got enough to get us going for the next couple months.
Definitely do.
Yeah.
No, just thank you for everybody who participates, man, and who made 2025 be 2025. Everybody who shared and pulled up on a Tuesday night and brought somebody on a Tuesday night and has come every Tuesday night, shares on Tuesday nights, man. At the end of the day, we're only as strong as our network, man. So we're just, I'm always going to be appreciative of people who hear about what we got going on and decide to check us out and ended up kind of liking us a little bit. Be like, shit, this ain't too shabby, man. I appreciate everybody who's a part of 2025 and hope that y'all rock with us, for 2026 and then some.
Yeah.
I agree. Ivory, Denise, anything else?
No, I agree with Nikki. Let's take this thing to the next level. Let's keep pushing it. Let's keep being curious, being vulnerable, and doing what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. No, I of course love the show. I love the opportunity to just have really intelligent, meaningful conversations. So just excited about it continuing. If it didn't, definitely be a hole for me. So I appreciate y'all keeping it rocking and going so I can benefit from it. So thank you.
All right, y'all. Till next week. Good night.
Coming up.
Good night, y'all. Happy New Year.
Next week.